Welcome back everyone to another Atomic Arcade video. Today we're going to be looking at the Ein Odin Pro and the GPD XP Plus. Two very capable devices, and we're going to talk about what makes them the same, what makes them different, and which one can fit into your handheld collection. Now looking at these two devices, we can plainly see that at their core they're the same device. A widescreen display with two controllers on either side in a Nintendo Switch configuration. They're both equipped with analog sticks, dual triggers, L3 and R3 buttons, with a D-pad and 4 action buttons. Underneath, powered by an ARM processor with capable GPU cores. However, that's where the similarities end. The Ein Odin, produced by a company with no history of making handheld devices, has seemed to produce a device that no one else could make. Finally, we received a powerful device with a Snapdragon 845 processor, 8 GB of RAM, and great fit and finish. Then, GPD came in with an upgrade to their existing XP handheld with a Dimensity 1200 processor with 6 GB of RAM that on paper outperforms the 845. Of course, GPD can thank Taki Odin for his help with making the XP Plus the powerhouse that it is. The Ein Odin has analog triggers as opposed to the GPD XP Plus, which sports clicky digital triggers, and the Odin has recessed analog sticks that do lack some travel. The XP Plus sticks protrude from the top of the unit, much like an Xbox controller. This allows for a more full range of motion. Together, these are the best Android handheld devices available today.
This is a short clip of what the audio is going to sound like from the GPD XP Plus. I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of videos out there about the Ein Odin, so we're going to focus on this device a little bit more during this video. But the audio quality is almost exactly the same as the Ein Odin. I find very little difference. It's not a lot of bass, but it's reasonably loud and extremely clear.
I have both of these devices configured with Arc Browser with a custom theme developed by me. If you're interested in downloading custom themes for Arc Browser, you can find them on our website at www.atomicarcade.net. I'll provide a link in the description. The Odin has a 16:9 display with a resolution of 1920 by 1080, while the XP Plus has a 20:9 display, more commonly found as cell phone displays, including the hole punch camera integrated into the display. The XP Plus also has hardware buttons for back, home, and app switcher. The Odin relies on gestures for these commands. Running a Geekbench 5 benchmark can help us to determine the relative performance of each of these devices. However, before we get started with that, we'll have to set both of the devices into high performance mode. On these devices, this setting does the same thing. It enables the active cooling fan to its maximum setting, sets the CPU and GPU clocks to their highest setting, and of course, drains the maximum amount of battery to provide that performance. Interestingly, the XP Plus will alert you that Ultra Performance Mode will use lots of battery power, generate lots of heat, and is not recommended for long-term use. I can assure you that both of these devices are doing the same thing, so proceed with caution for extended play. As you can see, the XP Plus outperforms in both single-core and multi-core scores, which is the expected result. This is, of course, a synthetic benchmark and does not give us the most accurate representation of what we can expect from these devices. As we browse through the platform list, I can tell you that all systems PS1 and below will emulate flawlessly on these devices. Atari, Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, NES, SNES, Genesis, and even Nintendo DS will work without any compromise. As you continue to climb up that ladder, 3DS, GameCube, and PS2, you'll see the extra performance help the XP Plus in this emulation area. Android gaming is a breeze on both devices. GTA, Call of Duty, and lots of other games work great. I'd personally like to see some heavy development of more games being ported directly to Android. Comparing the screens directly with each other, you can see the difference in dimension. The Odin screen does look a little more washed out, and the XP Plus does have slightly darker blacks. The Odin has some additional LED lighting on the side and analog sticks, which initially brought my attention, but as time goes by, I don't have a preference of this either way. I can tell you that I don't appear to have a preference for the screen dimension either. However, I do enjoy the XP Plus analog sticks more than the Odin sticks. The greater range of motion on the XP Plus is a huge benefit for first-person shooters, and they're superior in every way to the Odin sticks in my opinion. That brings me to one of the last things we're going to talk about with the XP Plus. The device has a modular controller design, and first things first, the module takes a large amount of force to remove from the device. It connects to the device via pins and magnets. The device does come with a modular MOBA controller and a flat cover, neither of which I'll be using. A standout feature of the XP Plus is the integration of a cellular module into the device, which allows you to use it as if it were a phone, complete with calling, text messaging, and video calling via the front-facing camera. Pricing and availability is something we can't ignore for both of these devices. If you order a 9 Odin Pro today from their website, you'll be waiting months to receive the device, and they are the only place you can buy one at retail. The 9 Odin Pro, with 128 gigabytes of storage, retails for as low as $278 US. The GPD XP Plus, however, is available to ship right now from droiks.net for approximately $488 US. But that quick shipping will cost you a premium, as you can also order it direct from GPD on their Indiegogo for as low as $339 US. That, of course, only gets you the 128 gigabyte storage model. Shipping from Indiegogo will likely take several weeks, as opposed to overnight shipping from droiks.net. It's difficult for us to choose between these two devices because they are both excellent at what they aim to do. However, over the next few weeks and months, we're probably going to be using the XP Plus over the 9 Odin Pro, simply because it outperforms the device, and we'd like to test those outer limits of emulation and Android gaming. Let us know what you think of these two devices down below in the comments. I'd love to know what everyone's thinking about these two devices, the price differences, availability, and performance. And like always, we'll see you in the next video.